Check, check. Welcome in, team. Thank you for joining on time. Hope everybody had a nice weekend. Get your requests in if you want something in particular. Lately, class has been smaller, so we've had time for pretty much every request. So let me know if you're in it, want to be in it, you're in it and you're in profit, you're in it and you're red and you need help. Let me know. Uber. Yeah, let's see where Uber closed last week. I was watching that one. Big Flow got wrecked on that. Good reminder, big money doesn't mean it has to work. All right, 3 minutes past the hour, one more server ping, and we'll get started, guys. All right, y'all, welcome in. My name is Darth1K. Glad to have you guys all here. Pretty much looks like all the regulars in here. Good to see that. Again, we got 2 requests in so far, Uber and Mara or MSTR. Get the trades in if you want or the request, and we'll go over them. Short week this week, you guys. We have some data that is important. Data is always important. Thursday's closed, and Friday's a half day. So Basically, these are not 5 days expiration contracts. These are like 3.5 days this week. And so stuff is going to move fast, especially on Friday. When you take a trade Friday morning, you have to treat Friday as already a half day, like the half day is done because it's early done. So the markets are closing early. Fade is going to take a big hit. So you zero DTE people, be careful. Don't blow your port. All right, enough of that housekeeping. Let's take a look at this, you guys. What was that, Thursday? Yeah, Thursday, the big kill candle, the gap up that looked good until it didn't. This is not SPY, sorry. There we go. So the big kill candle looked good until it didn't for the bulls, all but like 15, 20, 30 minutes into the day. And then we got the sell down. So this is what I'm watching, guys. I dumbed it down for us. This is messy. This is confusing. I made a chart layer just for tonight, just to kind of focus on what I'd be playing with, just because it's a short week. I might alert something maybe Monday, maybe Tuesday. After that, I'm probably hands off unless I take something for the following week expiration. So my focus right now, we are at 661 and some change. So we're up over that. But just before I go to intraday and show the gap up or sitting on futures, I just want to kind of explain this and show what to look for, you guys, especially new traders. Down in the 652 zone here, we've seen that it was continued to be defended. Makes sense. Buyback. They closed there. They didn't buy that back, but the following couple days, they bounced it back, tried to sell under again, bought it back. Big wicks down here. So this range, basically from first week of September, is still being defended, and so that's my bigger picture outlook on the markets. And as long as we hold this lower green range, I'm going to continue to play bounces in there. If we sell below that, it gets ugly because we broke this big, where these bounces are coming down here at the bottom of the range. We sell through that. That is, a big confidence breakdown for the buyers and a big confidence boost for sellers and the bears. So that's what I'm watching. Now up over the 659. This upper green range that we traded around and we closed out Friday. So intraday look, here we go. Here's what I'm watching. Same thing for you guys. So similar to I kind of hinted last week on QQQ danger zone. For me, that this week is pushing in the 664, 665 zone. We can see clear as day when breakouts are failing. When they're failing, we get lower. When they're failing, we get lower. When they're failing, we get lower. So any pushes into here again, you cannot pay me to take a long shot at 664. I don't care what the market looks like. I'm waiting for a clean breakout of Friday's high and a retest for a possible leg up in that move there. But any opens under this and just a slow trickle in and failure into this, there's no way I'm taking calls into this zone. Seeing all this price action, this red shaded area again, that is a no-go for me. Any dips down into here, I will look to buy the dip as long as this green zone hold. It's about $1.25 range. Doesn't mean if you buy here, you hold zero DTE, $1.25 against you. That's just a range I'm looking at. I'm a day trader. I do not scalp zero DTs. This is just the range I'm looking at. Any sales under 658 tomorrow, this week, I'm looking to be bearish short term for retracements back into this big green zone where the buybacks kept happening this week. Any holds over that, I'm looking for small pushes again up to the 664, 665, 66 possibly, and catch this daily 9 moving average. But for now, we are up over that. If this overnight session holds, play your bounces off 659 and 659.23. Any questions on that? Unmute your mic, put it in the chat. Keep it related to SPY just for right now. Does that make sense, everybody? Going once, twice, 3 times. All right. Cool. Got 26 of you back in here. Love it. People are rolling in. Fitness, you're late. Gonna send you detention. Just kidding, man. Glad you're here. All right, let's get to the requests, you guys. There's a lot rolling in as of now, so going to go in order as they appear in the chat. So Uber's first. Let's find this. And again, you guys, I'm treating this all as day trade perspectives, unless you say, hey, I'm looking at this for a swing or want some time on it. Otherwise, this is just my day trade perspective. So Uber, first thing I'm looking at here, reclaim this 82, 87, so just basically 83 range here. Let's make a thick line, kind of figure out where the heck we're at. I'm going to zoom left to see the spot they bought it back. Does it make sense? Did I want to be a buyer there, down in there in hindsight? So we're going to look left here and look at the price action around this 83. Lo and behold, look at that. Never delete your zones, you guys. Where are they starting to get bounces that are defending, bounces, defending, over and over and over? Obviously, in hindsight, you want to get long down here. Okay. Where did we stop at? We're at 84 and some change. So get you a couple lines up here on what I'm seeing up in here. Yeah, actually, let me step back. I think if I extend this, get rid of this guy for now. Get rid of this guy. If I extend this other one, this might make sense on up in this 84 zone here. So just how I trade, you guys. I look for swing lows and swing highs, rejection points. That's how I make my trade plan. I'm looking at this here from May 29th, starting May 29th. I'm seeing all these breakouts are failing. Finally, break over, big move. Break over move. This might have been an ER or a news gap. And we're going to zoom back to present day. Yeah. So right now, that's kind of the spot to watch. Luis. So right here, this 84. So first and foremost, my plan would be we're over this. So I treat this as like a green zone, support zone. If I were to get a couple lines here, basically this 84 flat, little few dips below that. But this nice little pocket right here, these two wicks almost line up, that wick and that wick. So that's what I'd be treating right here is we are over that. So I know this is red, but just for speed of the class, this would be a green bounce zone to me. So for me, I'd want to buy the dip here at this basically 84 flat. So any bounces into this, get long, stay long, because you're buying the tops of this. I know we have this wick here and that first on a 4-hour chart right now. I know we had that wick right there, but I'm looking at those candle closes and the top side of that wick there is first and foremost what I would look for on this. Let's go to 30-minute. Yeah, exactly. So we see here the battle here from Thursday, sold down, reclaim this 84 zone, try to break out over, ultimately close under it. And then the battle back here, pre-market, rejection, and close right there. So they might be cheating a little bit. The only way you can get over that is an after hours session gap up. So watch this to trickle into here. If they start bouncing and we start seeing candle buys like this, large wicks to the bottom side, could be like a 15-minute kind of a tweezer like that, or a 30-minute, something like that. I'm a buyer of this dip. I like this setup as well. I might keep an eye on this because this hourly 20 would be curling nice underneath that as well, somewhere around there. So let's see that price action we get. Very nice first request. Very, very nice. And to be the bearish, clear as day. Break underneath here. What happens when we break under? Sell down, sell down, sell down, sell down. Okay, repeatable setups, you guys. Repeatable setups is what we want. Okay, don't chase the newest, latest, and greatest thing in the market on Twitter. Repeatable setups. My charting was already here. The lines were already here. I don't have to throw anything else on. Stick to what you guys know. Nice one. Josh, Mara or MSTR 2 to 3 month out short entry against Bitcoin. Cool. Let's look at Mara. I feel like I know that better. I might have some lines on here. We talk a lot. Feel free to unmute if you want, brother. Let's figure out where we're at. Man, I think, yeah, we talked, not us, but in class.
Yeah, we've been talking about it a little bit.
I think we were
It
looking
feels
at
late.
this 12 zone, right? Last week we were saying like,
Yeah,
buy that dip, and it kept dipping.
yeah. I'm quite a contrarian on this right now, but it looks like they've bounced Bitcoin a little bit over the weekend. It seems like they're selling it. So Mara has like a pretty high average on Bitcoin. MSTR, I think their average is like 74,000. So if Bitcoin keeps selling off, they're gonna basically get hit pretty heavy.
Hmm.
So I was wondering, like, if I wanted to take a longer term puts against it, if we do get a bounce up, what would be a good level to try and go
Uh,
for, and what would be a stop out essentially?
yep. So I got two options for you here. The nearest, I'm kind of slapping this line here at 1066. It's kind of quick charting. Sorry, I was making you guys dizzy, but so I'm looking kind of like getting these bounces into here. When they sell below it, bounce, bounce. I'm looking just kind of, again, these swing highs. I'm grabbing all these topside wicks here. And then when I scroll present day or close up, that we're still getting these bounces there, rejections when we're underneath it. And so present day, which would also be support right there. So the quick short for me, again, looking at where we're at now, is that here we go, this 1066. So for me, you guys, and Josh, how I trade or try and teach, at least the people that are follow are interested, I'm looking for like, leg down, consolidation, what happens, leg down. So we come back into that. My first instinct is I'm looking right here, brother. So I'm looking kind of this 10.6 to 10.8 pockets, about a 20 cent range. So we're getting that little cluster here and this little cluster on the bottom side. And when it fails, we kind of chop, 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 and then fail leg down. And so um, any pushes into here, again, we want to be on the right side of the market. If everything is flying, I'm not going to just say, hey, look at this little top here and just take the puts. It's all about, timing the market. If the markets are sideways or a little bit weak, this is a very good risk reward short opportunity here, kind of this 10.6. But again, if they break over this, we can scroll back left and see repeatable price action. That would totally invalidate this downside move for puts, even if you got a lot of time. And so that's kind of tricky spot of how much risk do you want to take on. So if they bounce this, they're probably looking at these wicks here, basically 11 flat or 10.9. That rejection makes perfect sense right there. So they sold down, bounced it up. Seller says, no, we're going to take out this low from Wednesday and sell it down there on Thursday. And so
What level is that?
um,
10.9, I think.
let me look. Yeah, I'll get you a line to be exact. Because for me,
Yeah.
I just it's a hard mindset. People are like, oh, I got time, but it's like, yeah, you do or you could, but it's like this goes for everybody, not just Josh. When it goes against you guys, the Greeks are working against you because maybe you're in like a 9 put and now you're up over 11. So now you're $2 out of money instead of $1 out of money or wherever you took your short. And so,
My idea is more to try and take, let's say, 2, 3 month out puts that are in the money. So maybe let's say 12 puts or 13
mm-hmm,
puts,
mm-hmm.
and just stop out immediately if it goes out of this range, essentially.
Like
And
out
if
of
it
this range or
stays
out of this
below,
over this 12 zone.
let's say like the 10.8.9 to the 10.6.6, if
Mm-hmm,
we hit that, I enter puts and we move below,
mm-hmm.
then just hold until I guess we would negate the next range, like if we see a different reversal later on.
Yeah, and honestly, brother, if you're truly like you have the mental toughness to stop out here, I could be totally wrong, but I don't think there's a need to buy a 12 or 13 strike anything up here because it's like you're not holding it up here, you're not selling premium or anything like that. It's like to me, an 11 strike is okay because you're trickling, you're teasing to get pushed. Damn it, I'm trying to get a drawing mode here. You're teasing to get a little bit pushed in the money here, or excuse me, out of the money, over 11 on a put. But any rejections here, you're instantly in the money and you're making, that nice intrinsic value. So to me, if you're truly going to stop out here, I mean, 11 put is plenty fine. There's no need to grab way in the money unless I'm, totally stupid on Greeks and your mindset. But I personally wouldn't do that, like, because if you're back under here, your trade plan is locked in. I kind of did that was that PayPal on Thursday or Friday we were trading at like 57.8 or something. And so I took the 58 put because let's just pretend this is like 57.7 and this is 58. My bounce zone was in between and starting into that 58 zone. And so we're closer to 58 than we were 57. So that's why I took the 58 put. So similar situation here. We're closer to this 11 strike than we are down here at 10. So for me, take the 11 put and just roll with that. And truly, you can see when we break over this and this zone here, if we bounce that and break out that move and those trap sellers down here, it's probably going to be a vicious move up. So very, very tradable. If
Yeah.
you can catch this at like 11 or 10-9 into this 11 and we sell down, I mean, we're looking at $1.20 move in your favor down to this low range. But we've seen this bounce down here, this 9.8. I do not want to be holding puts unless you're feeling like you're having a good time and it's truly a runner. But a full position down here is a no-go for me to hold.
Well, yeah, I'm
Puts.
thinking more of a longer term trade. Lucas asked what's the reasoning behind the reversal at 11. That's just previous support turned maybe resistance. And then, yeah, my expiration would be like February or March. Like, I just want to give myself enough time to kind of
Yep,
treat it more of like a swing short, which is not what I normally do. But
right.
um,
No, it's totally doable. But again, just it doesn't matter how much time you have, brother. And I'll say this to anyone: when I look at the daily, this big thick line I drew down here, like we don't, we want to buy calls at support and we want to sell our puts into support and trim. And so when I see this 9.8 zone down here, that's all I'm saying is, if you got 5 or 10 contracts, whatever it is, like, you know,
like trim a few, let's
oh
say
yeah,
at the
for sure.
nine
But it's like
eight.
you don't want to take your short here, or wait, no, here where we talked about get $1.20 move in your favor and go, hey man, I'm up 120%. And I'm looking at this double bottom, triple bottom before we look at that. And it's like this huge move up, this huge move up. It's like, to me, that's just foolish and greedy trading. Like 10 out of 10 times, 100% of the time, I would be all out here. But if you want to just hold for conviction, or if you're like, hey, seasonally Bitcoin is weak at this time or whatever, yeah, hold for a sell under 9.8, see what happens. But it's like,
But heavy trims at that level,
oh, for
essentially.
sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
you never like, or hold all your puts, a put runner, and then scale into that bounce there. Because when I see shit like this, man, like there's no way I can tell anybody in good conscience to like, yeah, hold a full put position there because it's like you
Yeah, the
got the
chances
rejection
of us
where you
going
wanted.
right through right away is small.
Yeah, yeah. Because like you get that move, it's like reward yourself for that hard work, especially if it's like a 2 or 3 week swing. That money is not profit, dude, until you secure that money. So like again,
Yeah,
um,
I learned that lesson this
don't
week.
catch here. See this move bounce up. Like, what the hell are you doing? You had five, six, $7,000 tied up, whatever it is, $1,000, 500. You have that money tied up. It was a 2 week trade, and now you let it go against you. Like that's just bad trading. And so play the chart, man. I would tell anybody that, not just you. Take your short with time, but it doesn't matter if it's leaps. I'm selling my puts at 9.8. Like I see that move, and it proved again Friday. There is sellers saying, "Hey, we're done here," or there's buyers going, "Hey, hell no, we're not breaking below this." Like, just be smart with charting and just play the chart. Always play the chart, not the percent, man.
Thank you.
Yep. Ben,
Wait,
you still
even
in
even
here?
with leaps, you would stop out at that level?
What's that?
Even with leaps, you would stop out at that level?
I mean, I would trim. There's, like I said, I mean,
Yeah,
when
I
I
think
see,
the idea we're building here is you start with like a, I guess like a bigger size, stops right above. And then as we come down into those important price levels, you take trims out and then, maybe leave a
yeah,
couple runners.
yeah, and then they fade 9.8, and we get really bad data or whatever, and it's like, okay, well, let's build a trade plan. What's under 9.8? I'm looking right around here, all these bounces seen here, this kind of cluster consolidation zone. Okay, let's take it to 9.15. Cool. We sold another one at 9.15. They keep blowing it out. Markets are super weak for whatever reason. All right, I'm looking at the bottom side of these wicks here. Let's build. Where's our next target? Okay, let's take out 8.54. But again, it's just I'm playing. I would never take a leap and be like, I'm up 30%, but it expires in 12 months. 30% is not good enough for me. Like I don't trade like that. It's hard to make money in this market. And when I catch, hypothetically $1.20 move in my direction, like what do we know about delta? You're making that full delta move. If a delta is zero point 0.8, you're making $80 a contract for that whole $1 move. And so you just play the chart. Yeah, if you're in 10, take 8, leave one, sell one more, get out. But there's no way, I just when you buy however much time you buy, whether it's 3 weeks or 3 years, that time is your insurance policy, like car insurance. It's your safety. It's your safety net. So, there's, River Scalps. He's in it for a short time. not a long time. So he's scalping candle to candle. I'm a day trader. I might catch this move here, looking for a final target up here, and I'm trimming, trimming, and trimming. There's very different trading, but it's like, you can buy a leap and be happy with the money and sell it the same day. Doesn't mean you have to hold it for a year, you guys.
Yeah,
Okay?
Rivers scalped weeklies on this to the downside and just kept making like 60% left and right because he wasn't
Yep.
getting greedy at these bottom levels.
Yep. All right, brother. I appreciate it. We'll talk more in DMs, man. I want to get to some
Thank
more
you.
stuff. Yep, absolutely. Ben, what you got in Nvidia? Are you looking to day trade this? Want to be in it? Feel free to mute your mic if you want, just so I can kind of help you on this trade. But got a green zone. We got a thick line. You guys know my charting. That's a big ass support somewhere. Damn right it is. Nvidia 179 to 179.56. I am not short as we sell down into there. No way I'm buying puts. So let's build a plan. This is a good risk reward, you guys, into the zone here. Any bounces and holds, however many times it comes, stay long here. Do not take puts here. Okay. You want to get in puts, you want to be bearish, that's fine. You need to be patient. Making money is all about being patient. Markets are super weak. Doesn't mean Nvidia is going to be weak. Okay. Nvidia is looking weak, getting weak, fine. Wait for them to crack under this zone here. Why are we doing that? We're waiting until we get under these wicks. Yeah, there's a wick here, but under this price action here. In between here's a no zone for me. Stay bullish on this. Does it get up to here or here? I don't know. Maybe it only gets to here, but I'm not buying puts when I see continued buybacks, a fully engulfed 1 hour candle. No way. But we sell through that repeatable price action. We short that. We want to see a candle like this. Okay. So they broke below it, bearish scenario. They try to break over, fail to break over. Then you get your puts. Breakdown, retest, sniper put entry, get paid huge. Okay. Do not take puts when we're over this zone here. But again, a big picture look here, zooming out. Very, very, very nice bottom range here. Day trade top zone, sell into that 183, 23.3. But again, I can zoom back weeks and weeks and weeks. Look at that zone. Do not buy puts at support. Do not try and time a leg down. Get the leg down, retest, get your puts if that's what you want to do. Sorry,
I just want to chime in and say, like, Nvidia's been very respectful to technicals lately and traded really well to both directions. So I'd say don't get greedy on it and just trade the levels. And it's been really nice trading both sides.
Nice. Ben, I'm just seeing your message in the chat. 190 call, expire next week. Are you red or green on that, brother? Just so I can kind of help guide you. I just seen the chat. Sorry about that. Feel free to mute if you want, but if you don't want to, that's all right. If you're red, you definitely want to see this again. This basically 179.56 bouncing. If you're green, you should be, or how I see it, you need to be trimming to this 181.58. We can see how it's still a little bit pesky. We're under it. We're seeing a little bit of rejections here. So slightly red. Yeah. So you want to see that break up underneath here. So you don't want to get long here. Looking left. So again, you're buying dips at support. You're not buying calls up here. So we don't want to buy calls up here because what is our risk? It's tiny, or excuse me, what is our reward? Topped out, looking left. Where did these candles stop? Look left. Same spot as these candles here. You want to buy dips here. Where are they bouncing it? Same spot over and over. So you buy down here because your risk is this, and this is your reward. Okay. If we buy top range up here, you got this tiny reward up here and this big risk zone, meaning you decide how much pain you want to take on. So small reward area, big risk area, you decide where you want to cut. So for me, I'm buying dips into here and I'm selling here. I'm not starting position up here, but that's just me. That's how I try and teach people to ask for my advice. That's kind of what I'm looking at there on that one. Decent setup though, very, very nice range. Let's see. Check to make sure they're still in here. Sabrina, you're up. Feel free to unmute if you want. You said PLTR. Let me know if you want to mute your mic or just type it. What are you in on this, or just looking for entry so I can kind of help you out. Everything's getting whacked. Let's see where we're selling down into. Calls 162. All right. Did you get whacked on Thursday and Friday? It's okay if you did. I think a lot of people did. Let's get you a plan. We bounced. Yep, makes sense. Stay in drawing mode. Why does that keep clearing my drawing mode? Drawing. Why is it doing that? Sorry, guys. Operator error. One of these days I'll figure this brokerage out. You can see I'm clicking on drawing mode. Right. Again, you guys are saying weekly expirations. It's not 5 days this week. It's 3.5 days. So, Sabrina, good news is we're sitting on some big support. Bad news is you're probably red, and you got 3.5 days to make some money and get out of that trade. So 162.50, decently respectful strike price. I can dig that. If you got in sometime on Friday, probably not too bad, but we can see here this 154 zone. So I'm going to zoom way in for you, show you what I'd be looking for. So clear and obvious where we're bouncing. 1 second. Let me zoom way in here. Just like NVIDIA, we can see our bottoms when they get over it, where they like to bounce it. Sold through, reclaimed it, breakout, retest. Don't believe me that it works. Breakout, retest, move up. Where do we not want to start a long position? 158. Where's it stopping? Same spot. Where's it stopping? Same spot. Where's it stopping? Same spot before it laid down. So, you swung it, obviously. So I would not, you're going to open red. Well, we closed. There's going to be some weekend theta. You might open a little bit more green than you closed, so that's good. But I would not be taking any averages at 158 whatsoever. It's a short expiration. See if you get the break over 158 and see if we can get a move Monday, Tuesday. Try and be scrappy, see what you can get out. I don't know when. Hopefully you didn't buy up here. Hopefully about somewhere down here, and you can see some good money as we move in over this 160 into this 162. So this 160 lines up pretty damn nice this wick here, this zone here. And then into this zone here, this 163 probably. So for sure, if you're green, sell to this 158. If you bought in down here, nice work. You catch the gap up. I would 100% be, if you're only in one or two, I'd be selling at 158. Again, short dated. You don't have late December, January calls. You're in 3 days expiration. Break 158. Anyone that's seen this that's not in, break and retest of this zone. Get long for a day trade. Absolutely. We sell under 158. Can't get any easier when you want to take your puts. Puts when they fail. Nice setup, you guys. Making it easy on me tonight. Go as quick as I can. Israel, I think I'm saying that correctly. TTD looking to get in. Let's take a look. I think I have some lines on this chart. Let's see what we got here. Maybe not. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. Ooh, I did a long time ago for somebody. All right. Drink of water. All right. Stopped, same spot, or it closed, dipped down, bounced it. Let's see where we bounced, if it makes sense. Hang with me here while I zoom all the way to 39 zone. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Down here in this range. All right, just want to see where the heck we're at. Zoomed in, look, give me 1 second here. Well, if you're not in already, that was your money spot down there. That's all right though. All right. We can definitely build a game plan off this. So it's going to be a red range, but let's just treat it as, well, we need to treat it as resistance because we're not over it. But once we get over it, this would be a green zone for me. Just doing this for speed of the class here, but everyone's seeing this, Israel and everybody else. So again, here's kind of that bottom when we start that range. We bounce it. When we bounce it, we go for more. We sell through it and break through it. We sell through. Failed, we break down. They break over. Okay. Break over this 40 zone. Very, very nice setup here, you guys. What happens when we break or if we hold 40? Look left. We hold 40, bounce. We hold 40, we bounce. We hold 40, we bounce. How far do I got to look left? Too far. You get the point. Nice range here, you guys. Very, very nice range. If 39.6 fails, Israel, I know you would look to get in. You didn't say bullish or bearish. That's fine. So bullish over here, no zone, patient zone in between here. And underneath here, I'm short. Again, repeatable setups. You see the sell down. Yeah, they bought it back up. But you can see more concern with, I do not want to get long in between here. Why do you want to try and start long or short in here? It's just a guessing game when you see price action like this. This is just indecision. Nobody's winning the afternoon session right there. We sell through 39.6-ish, repeatable setups right here. We break over 40, repeatable setups. Do not make trading hard, you guys. Very, very nice setup here. Nice setup. TTD. Anybody that likes this? All right. Trying to go as quick as I can, you guys. I know everyone's time is important. Always been winning. Good to have you in here, man. Meta. Chanimal. I think I'm saying your name correctly, or Chanimal. Hopefully I'm not butchering it. Feel free to unmute if you want. I know you're a regular in here, or you can just let me know. Are you red, or let's see, you're in long dated calls. Cool.
Yep. So I entered on the 18th after it bounced around 585. I think my actual entry was right around 590 on the stock.
590.
Out of the money leaps. Obviously wrote it back down, wrote it up, back down, and we're kind of just ranging.
Yep, nice, nice. So you're probably closed a little bit green then, right? If you entered somewhere around 585, you said?
No, I took it around 590. Actually
590, I'm
down
sorry. Yep.
about 20% right now. I think just on maybe time or something. I don't know.
Cool. So I'm just, since you said leaps, right? I'm just going to do a little bit different trade. We're just kind of do big picture style. Hang with me here. So largest level, I'm going to make this red zone here, and our green bounce zone down here. We're going to go with the daily, kind of see where the heck we're at, see if it makes sense. So right into here. So you got the right mindset for sure. So obviously we sold down, but we're getting a lot of candle closes over this 593, which I like. So we go back in time here. We can see when we get failures over that, we lay down over it. We get the continuation up. So that should be your mindset, and your mindset is correct. And then, so we just want to have a little bit larger time frame mindset. So I'm just going to stick to the daily here and kind of show you price action. I know my levels aren't perfect on meta, but that's kind of what I'd be looking for here. So again, the swing highs and swing lows in the market. So we break and retest, we kind of consolidate this, and we leg up here on this red zone. We come back down into it. Past time, we fail to break over. What do? We leg down. Fail to break over, we leg down. And so I think for you with leaps, your mindset, your focus this week, first and foremost, does this 590 to 593 pocket hold? For the sake of everybody's ports, I'm not going to lie. I want to be bullish on some day trades for sure, even some swings on some calls, but the market is just, it's tricky. It's making it tough for us. But again, a zoomed in look here, brother. When 593 holds, we get that nice move up, So first and foremost here, first time kind of talking about tonight, this stair-stepped purple line. Intraday, it is showing we move over my daily 9 moving averages. So if that makes sense to you guys. So again, if I go to the daily, that pink dashed line is right here at 603.35. We can see where it's stopping. think or swim. You can look at an intraday time frame. So when we push up here, brother, we're like, shit, why are we stalling out here? Why are we stalling out here? Why are we stalling out here? If we push up to here, the 602, we're stalling out. Well, the daily 9 is now going to be stacked there along with this. So your first plan of attack, again, I know you're in leaps, but big time frame mindset, we got to clear the 602. So we clear this zone here, we leg up. We clear 602, leg up and look for the 610.
Okay.
I know there's a lot in between here, but we need to break that. I don't think there's any room or reason to panic if we chop into this range here. You got leaps. Again, that's your safety, your insurance policy. We could break out tomorrow or this week, or we could range for a day or 2 weeks, but you're chilling as long as kind of this range holds in here. We start breaking under 577, and hopefully you kind of already have a plan, but we're now 590 to 577. That's $13 out of your buy zone, but still in a tradable range. And so that's where you got to kind of start thinking, okay, do I have an exit strategy? Do I day trade puts against it, make a couple $100 a day, and then put that money into these leaps, or do I cut my leaps? And so that's kind of my mindset for leaps. I try and help people, but I know I'm rambling. We clear this 610, and we're clearing this range, and that's a beautiful thing because this moving average is going to curl underneath you, and we can start looking for another leg up. And maybe we range in here, and then we leg up. Clear this range, leg up. That's all it is, just back and forth, back and forth. What's up?
So how far under the level? I guess so. I've just started playing leaps for the last month or so, or trying to play leaps. How far under? Yeah, I guess mentality on where stops should be, how much freedom you should give these leaps to.
It's tricky because again,
setting my stops like a day trade or
well, is it a true leap? Like it's
maybe
expiring
I'm
late,
stopping
late
out
next year? Is it
very, very
expiring
quickly.
Is
Yeah,
it expired late
yeah,
next week? I mean, sorry, next
I
year.
think almost a year from now.
Okay, cool. Sorry, we're cutting each other off. Sorry about that. So it's tricky
Yeah,
because
I think January next year.
yeah. So this kind of entry zone here again. You can be down here only 20%, and you're like, okay, I'm chilling at 20% in this range here. But again, you're moving more and more out of the money, and so on the move up, you're like, well, wait a minute, I'm back here. I mean, leaps are not going to lose that much money, but it's hard. It's hard to say because to me, if I was in leaps, I paid, you paid a lot of money for those. I don't know how much, probably several $1,000s. I would for sure, if we break this 593, I would be if you're a day trader, I would day trade puts and be like, hey, I made $100 today, made a couple $100 here. And so you can look at that leap position and be like, hey, I'm down 350, but I made, 380 on these day trades. So basically I'm break even on this name. That's how I try and do it because it's really hard to tell someone, okay, it expires in 340 days, whatever it is. We broke support and tell someone to cut that. It's tricky. It's just tricky because option Greeks, you're getting farther and farther out of the money, but you got to have a reasonable stop. So this 570 zone here, let me look at that on the daily. I don't want to say hold a move $20 against you, but this big thick line down here, we can see bounce zones here. But I mean, all last week, you see where they defended that range last week, the bottom, let's just call it 582. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4 days in a row, they defended that. And suddenly this week, if they just slice through that, you're like, well, shit, they just broke a level that hold 4 days in a row. And so it's tricky, brother. I don't have the right answer for you because it's leaps. It's so much easier on something short date. It's like, hey, it breaks this level here, cut it.
Sure, exactly.
But hopefully that helps, man. But the short answer, just day trade. You can day trade a weekly, or you can swing a weekly put, and then still just build equity profit on those leaps, and then let that leap play out. Hopefully that helps you, man.
Okay, sounds good.
Yep.
Yeah, thanks, dude.
For sure. All right, let's see here. This person left. I took too long. Sorry. JT, thanks for sticking around. Let's look at AT&T. I'm in some Januaries.
Yeah, I'm already in this one.
They were down but not out. But I'm liking this 25-6 zone. Let's see. What's your on this one? Are you already in on some swings?
Yeah.
What expiration and what strike, if you don't mind?
They expire this Friday. The strike is 26.
26. Cool. So you're at, let's see where we're at. We're trading at 25.98 right now. Are you in profit or were you kind of dancing around at?
Nah, I'm in profit,
Nice.
like 50%. I'm just trying to see if we get a continuation or I should just go ahead and get out.
All right. The moment of truth. Now be honest. The Lord is listening. Have you trimmed any yet?
Yeah.
All right. Love it. Love it. Love it. This 26-10 pocket here, brother. I know we poke over it. And again, T is tricky because it's literally counting pennies here, but this 26-10 and 26-15, again, that's 5 cents. But if we see, I'm just going to color it red just for ease on everybody's eyes to see where the heck we're at. So you can see we close over that and bounce it, we get the continuation of the upside. We close at or under, it gets tricky on those sellers really kick in, they kick it down, and it eats into our profits, especially when they fail to break over. And so looking at Friday, what happened? We poked over, but we didn't get that close over. And so for me, I appreciate the honesty, and you're already in profits, so this will be very easy for me. Take this with a grain of salt because I don't know exactly what your profits will be. Hopefully not break even, but for me, a stop out. I'm going to draw a range for you here because this is just super, super easy charting for me. This range right here I'm drawing right now would be my stop out. So stop me if it doesn't make sense, but I'll explain it. So we danced around here. Oops, wrong drawing mode. There we go. We danced around here. We got the big breakout retest. Always works. Not always works, but love when that works. Excuse me. We push in this red range here. Fully engulfed it. So we left all these sellers behind, legged up. Fully engulfed on the 1 hour. All these sellers here. We back tested this. Excuse me. Can't talk. Defended it barely after our session, defending it. So we bounce this. Where we most likely going to head to? Up here. If this fails, repeatable price action, JT. Repeatable price action, repeatable price action. If this fails here, what's probably going to happen? It's going to knock you down to probably break even or hopefully not red. But so long story short, it's looking like, tomorrow if they open here, this is an easy stop out for me. A break under basically 25.93. Because what we're doing again, we're looking at past price action. We fail to hold this level. What happens? We sell down. So I'm treating this as a stop out. You guys are looking for a day trade. If they bounce this zone here, there's a very, very nice day trade for 25.96 to 26.10. A weekly 26 call, put you at the money right away. Now pay very, very nice. But a JT, definitely stop out if they cut below this. Because again, it's weeklies and you're in profit. Hopefully, I don't know what that stop out be, 25, 30% maybe, if your peak up here was like 50%. Do you know what they worth when they pinged up here? Were you able to see that?
No, I didn't catch that one.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
If they push this tomorrow on Monday, I'd be fully out. There's no way I'm holding a weekly contract at this level here. If they bounce it, it's decision time. Do you want to keep holding? Again, theta is going to start kicking in. If they slice this, I'm selling. I'm stopping out in profits, and I'm looking for a short on puts for a day trade. Super nice catch though. Super, super nice break on this. I was watching this name, KO as well. Did not catch either of them, but nice setup, man, for sure. Nice work on that.
Appreciate it.
DMs are always open. You can help, brother. Hopefully that helps you, man. All right. All right. Person left. Errol, thanks for sticking around. LCID shares are down 44%. LCID. Appreciate the honesty. Let's figure out where we're at. We're trading at 1238. Hopefully this is not all-time lows. Check the weekly here. Shit, I think it's all-time lows. All right. Build you a game plan. Might be some tough love for you here. I'll try and figure out a game plan for you. Just want to get some charting going on, see what we're doing here. Oh, you're down big, but I can't tell you to cut on a trend line. But we're just, right now we're showing. I skipped his Netflix. Yeah. He already had one request in and he's not here anymore. Is he? No, he's not. So not being rude. I'm just trying to get everyone one request in for sure. Appreciate that though, brother. So we're bouncing here, all-time low on that weekly. Let's see what we're doing here intraday if we're putting any sort of a bottom here. I hate that you're down a lot. Is this a partial entry? Be honest with me, please. Partial. Okay. So I don't like telling people to add when it's just setting new lows, new lows, new lows. So we need some sort of confidence that there's a bottom being put in. So how do we do that? So option one is a double bottom, triple starts getting set. So we start setting this lower range here, 1138, which is our all-time low. And basically we're just saying, hey, we're bouncing, we're not making new lows. That's a reason for confidence that, hey, a low or a temporary low is put in, then you can take an average. Or most recently, again, this is a beat down name, a lower low, lower low, lower low, attempting to break out and make a low and a higher low, which is a trend reversal. So for me, it's a tricky name because we don't have a lot to work with here, but it's going to be red. Again, just pretend it's green for support. If we can break back over this is reason, let's just call it 13 flat. We are reclaiming this short, but a range down into here where we're kind of bouncing, and then they broke through it. We're reclaiming that bounce zone and we hold into here and we bounce. This is a start of a trend reversal. Does it last a day, a week, a month, a year? I have no idea. So this is option number 2 up here, is waiting kind of for this 13 zone to reclaim. Because if it does, we start consolidating, what's going to happen? Our daily 9 moving average is going to catch up, hopefully curl underneath us, and we build a bounce and we build a bottom. And your original position up here is red. The shares you bought down here are now green, but the average is working back towards green. So again, don't just throw money at this just because. It's got to make sense. So only an all-time low range that holds, or reclaim the most recent kind of consolidation breakdown when they break back over that. Buy into that. But again, where are we stopping? Easy. They break below this or break a new all-time low. You can't keep holding a position no matter how much you love the company or whatever, because it's like, I don't know where 44% is. I'm not smart on the math. That's 30%, 36%. So you bought over 20, I guess, is your average probably. So again, I'm not trying to rag on you and just beat you down, but you're holding for however long it is. Maybe you bought into here and you've only been in for 4 or 5 weeks. That's not horrible. But maybe you bought in months ago and now you just have all this money tied up, and it's not doing anything for you. So that's the spot where, yeah, shares don't expire, but it's like you have this money not doing anything for you, meaning it's not making you money. You could sell at a 44% loss. Let's just say it's $500 you're taking a loss on. You could get into something new, whether it's SPY or QQQ or Apple and shares, and you slowly chip away at that $500 loss, and then you make your money back and you make your money. So you don't want to just have money tied up forever and ever and ever. It's just, you don't want that. So hopefully that helps, man. Reclaim that 13 would be promising. Anywhere down, they start to hold this range down in here. They're holding, the most recent all-time lows, which is, a good thing. It's a sign of life, but they keep making all-time lows. At what point is too much pain on your loss? Hopefully that helps you. Trying to go as quick as I can. All right. see. Entered a January 16th 12 mark call, down 50%, down. Dollar cost average. Question is, are you in a true partial position? Meaning you wanted to spend $500 on this play and you're only in $200. Or if you wanted to spend $500 on this and you're already in $500, that means you're in full and you're in red. So going back to Mara, either if it's a true partial position, grab that double bottom big zone here at 9.8, or break and hold this 11 level. That's hard to say. Roads. Hope you guys get that joke. You might be too young. All right, break over 11. That's a trend reversal at the start of it. It's setting a low and a higher low and a trend reversal. Those are only two spots. So in that last setup, I would take an average. Break over 11. Decently safe average, even better if you can bottom tick this. Obviously, in hindsight, the bottom tick was at 9.8. You're already all in, and I don't like the next comment. I can spend a little more. You don't want to do that because that is emotions getting in. I appreciate the honesty, but you don't. You know, you already decided that position, how much you want it. You can't just keep going. Okay, man, add a little bit more, add a little bit more, add a little bit more, because pretty soon whole portfolio is going to be tied up in one trade and all these other trades are winning hypothetically and this one's still losing hypothetically, and now you're stuck. You do not want to do that. So trading psychology, guys, you have to have a plan. When it doesn't work, you got to decide, just take that cut. You can move on. But this may be a better conversation for DMs later on. But yeah, break over this 11. I would not add to it. It's January. You can make it back. A couple strong days. Not saying people should hold a 50% red trade, but a couple strong days and a break over 12, and the sentiment is going to change. We break over 12. Not going to say bulls are back in business, but look at that 12 range that's reclaimed. Nice reversal, nice continuation over that 12, nice continuation over that 12. So that's what I would do. Send me a DM if you want to talk more on this, but you're already holding at 50% red. If that 9.8 gives out, definitely a cut for me. Guys just have to say, hey, the trade's not working. We have a lot of time, so be it. It's just, it sucks, you guys. You know, this, you know, the setup looked good and then the markets were just, it's just bad timing. That's just how it is. All right, here, making sure I get everybody at least one. Brian Coleman, you still in here? Yep, Amazon. Are you red on this or green? Let me know in the chat or feel free to unmute.
I'm like 5% down, but Amazon is up, 1.5 points so far after hours. So I should open in the green, hopefully.
Nice, cool. So very nice range we're opening here, brother. So not going to get too excited because nothing matters until markets open, but we are back over this zone here. I'm about to turn it green, and I like that for you and anybody that wants to play this. So daily level here, guys, look at that green zone here. Nice continuation. We bounce it to the top. When we're over it, we bounce and we tag it. We bounce. We're under it. We sell. So intraday, what are we doing? We're over that. Breakout, retest all day long. Two options here. Breakout, retest of Friday's high. Breakout, retest of 22157. So it's either a technical, well, they're both technical, but you're playing the bounce off Friday's high. So we open over, we bounce that, game on. We're legging up to hopefully somewhere up into here. Do we get there? I don't know. Or we turn slightly weak or kind of sideways pre-market and you buy that dip here. Again, repeatable price action. We are under Friday's high, so there's a little bit of risk, which would mean for me, if I catch, let me zoom way in and compress this chart. If you buy the dip here, day traders, you buy the dip here for sure. Don't be silly. Don't be greedy. First target is 221 excuse me, 222. So you're catching basically a 50-cent move. So you're getting half of that delta. You look at the delta on the contract. If it's $80, you're gonna make $40 in that trade. Pretty good trade there. If you catch a 50-cent move on that delta. So for sure, trim one at 222 / Friday's high a day. Again, repeatable price action. We see that 22157 bounce. When it gives out, it gets ugly. Don't stay married to a trade. It can get ugly. So January 26th, Brian, I love it. Break and hold this, going back to your setup and just speaking directly to you. You want to see this green zone hold. And then it's basically, you're looking for, at least how I trade, there's a bottom here and now a top rejection. Bottom here, top rejection. So what do you think is going to happen up here? Think there's going to be sellers parked here? Absolutely. So if you haven't trimmed yet, if we push into this 22386 to 224, please trim, brother. 2 days ago, just 2 days ago, they failed that level. They sold down. I do not want to see a green trade go back red or break even because you ignored playing the chart. I don't know if that's going to be up 12% or 20, 15, 50. Your January calls, it's not going to be up huge, but you got to play the chart. If you don't sell here, we leg up. Nice, you got lucky. Go for the next leg up. Why are we selling here? Sell down there. Sell down there. Sell down there. That's all it is, guys. You get in the trade, you look left, you go, I should probably sell here. We push up, I should probably sell here. That's where they rejected last time. Do you want to hold? I'm just speaking in general. You don't want to hold calls where they just rejected. You don't want to hold calls where they just rejected. That's silly. Play the chart, not the percent. But you're looking at a really, really nice setup here, brother. If that green zone holds, man, anyone's seen this for a day trade too, might be my favorite setup of the night so far. This, and I think, what was that? NVIDIA, if we can bottom tick that range. Very, very nice setup here, man. You have any questions? Sorry, I was kind of rambling.
No, thank you.
Yep.
Past the 223 level, do you see like on a daily range kind of a breakout resistance level?
At 223?
Or no, just like what would be the next leg up beyond that? Are you on what, the 15-minute or the hour?
I'm on the 30-minute right now. So yeah, first things first. So you got January, you got some time. What I always try and teach people is focus on the most recent price action. That is right here. This is all you're focusing on. You're not looking for 235. You're not looking for the daily 9 up here. You're looking for just this price action from last week. And this is a blessing when they come down in a range and you're pushing back into a range. All you do, brother, and everyone else watching, you just look left to most recent price action. And that says, if they hold Friday's high, when they hold this zone here, we'll probably push into here. I don't know. I don't have a magic wand, but this 22386, and then just leg up again, because I'm playing these swing highs and lows in the markets. Here's a swing high, and then they sold down. So when we get back into it, I want to be selling into here. But super, you can trim anywhere in between here, brother. But for me, January contracts, my mindset is 22386, 226 to 2262, and then 227.6. You guys know anything about my charting? Thick lines, red lines, zooming out. Absolutely do not want to be holding a full call position here at 227. Can it go more? Sure. But what happens when it doesn't go more over 227? Like, look at that, man. We don't want to see a push into that, and then bad news comes out, or tariff news, or whatever bullshit we get. We push into 227. You're like, this isn't enough money from where I got January. Boom. They sell it back down into our buy zone. You don't want to see stuff like that. So play the chart, brother. Super, super nice setup here. Nice range. Amazon is respecting levels perfectly. This is exactly what we want to see. Nice one.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. All right. Going a little bit long. I want to make sure I didn't skip anybody. All right, cool. Amazon did that. Arrow did that. Lucas, did we get you one in tonight? I do not remember. We can look at NBIS. And then T Money, are you in here? Yep. Let's take a look at Archer. Frankie, how do you find the green section you marked, or do you have videos? Like, I mean, where it's at. I'm not sure if you're asking where it's at or how do I draw it, but where it's at. Let me move my share screen. Frankie, you still in here? Yep. So down here, brother, let me get my drawing right into here. You go to this, and then you go to this. It is called rectangle. And then whatever you have it set as default. I can't pick red and green. So it's literally just, you can only pick one for default. So you draw your zone. Yikes. Yikes, even more. Man, it's not loving me tonight. Oh, the hell with this. How do I find the zone? It typically is the bottom of ranges. So if I see, oh, you're good, man. You're all good. All good. Not a dumb question. So if I'm kind of seeing like a consolidation range here, it just kind of helps me when we come back to a chart. So what I would do, like a red zone resistance, see if this isn't scribbling me, up here for sure. And basically all I do this, so going back to, I think it was Brian's trade here on Amazon, let's just pretend we're in Amazon calls. So right now I got a full screen, I got a 27-inch iMac, full screen, we know the big picture. But when I'm day trading, I'm looking at this, okay? And so, what was it, Amazon? A little bit of a sidetrack here, but good charting technique. So when I'm on a small screen here, like there's not a lot to look at. And so when we push up, why did that not? Ah, oh, damn it. So when we push up into this red zone here, my mindset, there's little things that I do that help me not think so much. So when we were push up here, I'd go, oh shit, red zone, big resistance zone here on the daily. My mindset is, hey guys, we need to be getting out of these calls here. I'm fully out. This would probably be like a final target for me on a day trade or where that is. And so I draw zones. So when I'm on a small chart like this and we push up, I'm like, shit, here we go. This is our final target because we're in this red rejection zone. And we go back to Amazon. And it's just that red zone there. So it's just a mindset. It's a little things I like to do to just keep me squared away in the market. So I always know where the hell I'm at on the charts, what's going on. It's little stuff like that. You guys, the little tiny percent changes you can make in your trading that can make you a way better trader. You shouldn't have to think like, I shouldn't have to be zoomed in and go, where am I going to sell it? I don't know. Like you should have your trade plan figured out. Like boom, target 1, 2, 3, boom, I'm out. No stress. That's at least my mindset. All right, real quick. You guys can get out. We're running long. NBIS. Lucas, you in this one or just looking to be? Let me know. Where are we at here on the daily? Things getting whacked like everything else, but looking to be in at 103, but for shares. Cool. So bounced kind of not in no man's land, but we didn't tag that level there. More concerned or interested in this. So I'm hovering over here, but I'm looking left over here, grabbing these wicks right here, just trying to decide. I think I like this level better here. It's kind of 88, just for speed of the class here. So we're seeing all those buybacks here. They're trying to sell it down, buyback, and they ultimately bounced it. And now we get back to that zone there. That's the battle present day. As we sell under, see this is bouncing as support, back over to this level present day, resistance, engulfed it, engulfed to the downside. They tried to buy back to the top side, and now look at it. Now it's resistance to the top side. So my mindset is focus on this 88.27. And a zoomed in look here. Oh yeah, I like this. We haven't talked directly about this quite yet, but love this here. Lucas, yep. All right, so a daily 9. So this is that purple dash line. That's my daily 9 moving average, but on an intraday time frame. That's going to be stacked right there. If they can curl that under, brother, and bounce this 88.27, I love this setup. Love this absolutely for a break and retest. A little bit of risk here, but I'm playing on the most recent day, meaning we're bouncing Friday's high of day. It happened early in the morning, but it's still high of day. So any push up to here and retest that level with caution, because they got a lot of sell volume here into the day. Maybe a better suggestion for you. Let me back up here just for, I don't want you guys to get smoked on this trade. So basically 90 flat. Let's do that. A break and hold a 90 flat. So this range here. So we're proving we're holding this range here. We're holding the daily 9 moving average, and we're bouncing this right here, this close zone here from Thursday. That's a better entry. This, I would say, is a no zone, like I try and say, just too much uncertainty in here. It could break out, it could break down, we just don't know. But a break and hold over this, and I think short term sellers and the bears are just going to give up here because they're bouncing this zone here. Looking for a nice spot there for sure. Definitely nice spot, nice request. All right, one more for Norvin. Or wait, no. T-Money and Norvin, that's it. Only because Norvin requested in the DMs like 90 minutes ago, no joke. So, but you guys got to head out. No worries if you got to. T-Money, Archer, 10 call, leap down 50%. You got a lot of time, makes this tricky, and my advice tricky, but I'm just going to give you a charting perspective here. So where do we bounce? In this most recent. So you can see this wick here to the downside. Support, support, support. The top side is resistance. Do not buy calls at resistance, guys. A break and hold over 721. Right now we are over that. That is lovely. So you got leaps, but you're down 50%. You're not loving it, but you got time. So purely from a chart standpoint, this range here, love it. If you guys are not in this, this is where, if you believe in this company, is this Space Aviation? I can't remember. I had them at IPO years ago, but I haven't had this for a while. But purely from a chart perspective, I don't know if this company is shit, if they're not making any money, but I love this here, a break and retest. So I'm on the daily here, you guys. You can see, similar to SPY, when they keep bouncing that level, you don't want to be short down there. Hourly chart, here we go. Break and retest, love that. The 721, look at that bounce, bounce, bounce. Close at that. Break and retest, do you think they're going to bounce that? If they do, heck yeah. That's a good spot here. Good spot here to, watch or to get into this. Like I said, if you want to get into these leaps now or long swings, that's the spot to do it. I'm bearish and I cut my calls under 655 for sure. Nice setup there. All right, Cowboys up. He's got Nike. I think that's NKE, right? Oh, looking again at a 70 call. All right. Where are we at? Where we're bouncing? Hell of a trend line here. River would be so proud of us. Trend line maybe up here. Nope. What if we grab this? What do we got here on the daily? Yeah, tight price action. Falling wedge vibes, if you believe in that kind of charting. Bounce in this bottom range for sure. Starting here in the daily, Norvin. Yeah, Josh, appreciate you sticking around, man. Yep, DMs are always open, brother. Keep hitting them. Yeah, look at this Norton right here. This 61, 65, all these bounces on Friday, all these bounces in May, all these bounces in June, sold under. Yep, reclaimed it. Yep, I do not want to be short here, that's for sure. But let's not be blind bulls. What do we have here, brother? We got some stuff working against us. So I'm going to be honest. This one is either, it's a tough range right here, brother. I don't want you to get long at 2 moving averages and a trend line. I hate that. I hate that. Hate that. If they can break or hold this trend line and then break out Tuesday, Wednesday, which would give us a hold of this level here. 1 second. So you can see top side of the wick here, top side of the wick, top side of the wick. If they can buck that right there. And I said buck with a B. Right there. So for me, Norvin, it's either 63.52-ish, a break and hold. So basically, it's being patient. So again, I don't want you to take calls here and be like, hey, man, I'm up 15, 20%. And then boom, Tuesday hits and we slice the trend line and we smack down these 2 moving averages. I don't want that to happen because you're going to see, how much red do you want to take on before we hit this zone here. So option 1 is wait for this zone here, basically 63.5. It's right there. You don't have to be super, super patient because they consolidate a couple of days. Like I said, Wednesday, you're buying January contracts. You don't care about a 3.5 day trading week. That's fine. We're reclaiming this kind of mid-range trend here, and we push up into this 65, 66. You're going to get paid. Option 2, we let me clear this. We kind of chop into here and we sell down. Try and wait and be patient for a bottom tick into here because this is the better, not better, but for me, I'd feel better about a risk reward down here at 61, 65. You buy that dip just because I'm seeing all those buybacks into there. I like that there. So that's about $1.50 against you. If you buy here and it's truly a half position, you can snipe an average down here. I know people get kind of reckless. So I don't like saying, hey, hold for here, but just a lot of uncertainty in here, brother. So it's get the breakout or be patient. If they start selling into here, I don't like anything into here just because to me, my mindset goes, hey, we're coming back down into here. So 55, I mean, we can, brother, but I don't think we need to wait for 55. I mean, I would first and foremost, 61, 65. And yeah, if that gives out, cut those calls, get super bearish, but I wouldn't be looking for 55. I mean, until this gives away here. But I'm seeing too many bounces in here for me to look at 55. I'm not. You could take puts at the trend line, but definitely sell at 61, 65. But I wouldn't watch a sell into 61, 65 and go, okay, now I want puts. Like that's just not how I do it. I don't recommend that. But decent setup though here. Like I said, if you can catch this breakout and markets can get just a little bit bullish, like that's a very, very nice setup, man. Nice setup. Can't do any more. Sorry, Norman. We're running long. We're 20 minutes over. I need some dinner and some football. But appreciate you guys sticking around. Super, super good request tonight. Norman, we can talk in DMs more about Netflix if you want. I didn't mean to skip over anybody's repeated requests, but we'd be here for 3 hours if we kept going. But I appreciate you guys putting the work week after week. You guys are here, at least on my Sunday classes for sure. Appreciate you all. Have a good night, and we'll catch you all tomorrow.
Thanks, man.